Today we're going to be talking about perimeter, and this is pretty simple. This is basically just a review from last year, but we're going to go through this. Okay, in 1 through 4, use a formula to find the perimeter. Use estimation to check your answer for reasonableness. So question number 1, the formula I'm going to use for a square is length times 4. So 8 times 4 is 32 feet. And if I want to use estimation, I could round that to 10, and 10 times 4 is 40. That's close. It's larger than 32, but I had to round up. Question number 2. Formula, I could either use, well, we'll just go ahead and add all sides. We know opposite sides of rectangles are the same, so that'd be 9 inches, and this would be 4 inches. So we could add all sides. 9 plus 9 is 18. And then we go 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that would be 26 inches. 26 inches. Okay. And if I want to estimate, I could go ahead and say 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. I could round that to 15. And 15 times 2 is 30, and that's close to my 26. So that's reasonable. Let's go ahead and look at number 3. Number 3, we're going to use a formula. You're going to add the length plus the width and multiply by 2. So 15 plus 2 is 17. 15 plus 2 is 17. And all I need to do is multiply that by 2. 2 times 7 is 14. And 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Okay? And if I want to estimate that, both these 15 and 2 are, if I was around those, I'd do kind of a similar thing. That would be, also got to put my label there, centimeters, almost forgot. That would be 15 plus 2, I could round to 15 again, and 15 plus 15 is 30, which is close to my answer. So 34 centimeters is a very reasonable answer. Problem number 4. On problem number 4, really the best way to do it is go ahead and just do 12 times 4. 12 times 4 because it's a square. And 12 times 4 is 48. And that'd be 48 feet. I could do the same thing. 12 would round to 10. And 10 times 4 is 40, which is close to 48. And I had to round down when I was doing my estimate. So my answer should be larger than my estimate. Question number 5. Okay, our strategy is going to be draw a picture. And it says, Felton is making a picture frame. He uses 8-inch lengths of wood for the top and bottom of the frame. He used 10-inch lengths of wood for the sides. How many inches of wood does Felton use to make the frame? So we probably go ahead and draw a picture. That's going to be close to square. The top is going to be a little bit shorter, it looks like. Side's going to be a little bit longer. It's still pretty close to a square there. The sides are 10 inches. The top is 8 inches. So I could do 10 plus 8 is 18. And 18 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 would be 3. So his picture frame's going to be using 36 inches of wood. 36 inches. Okay, question number 6. What are 2 different ways to find the perimeter of a rectangle? And I went ahead and typed it down there for you. We can just do like we did on some of these other problems. You could either add all sides, or I could multiply the length times 2. I don't know if we tried that one yet. Multiply the length times 2, and then multiply the width times 2 and add those 2 together, and that will give you the perimeter. Okay. In 7 and 8, measure the sides and find the perimeter. So you're going to get your math chart out and use the ruler on there and measure the sides and get the perimeter of that square for number 7. And do the same thing for this rectangle on number 8. Okay. In 9 and 10, estimate and then use a formula to find the perimeter. Okay. 9. A square 22 inches long on each side. And question 10, a rectangle 13 feet long and 8 feet wide. Okay. Also remember while you're working on these questions, always use a label, okay? Always label whether it's centimeters, inches, or feet, just to make your answer correct. Because if you're not using the label on there, we really don't know what you're talking about. Okay, and 11. Tom drew two rectangles at the right. What is the difference between the perimeter of rectangle A and the perimeter of rectangle B? Answer choice A is 3 centimeters. Answer choice B is 6 centimeters. Answer choice C is 12 centimeters. And answer choice D is 54 centimeters. Question number 12 says, which has a greater perimeter, a 28-inch square or a 21 by 31-inch rectangle? And explain. Question 13. How can you use addition to find the perimeter of a square? How can you use multiplication? And we had a similar problem on that on the guided practice. Question 14. Okay, Miles gets to play on the computer every time he reads 120 pages. If he reads 10 pages a night, how many nights will he have to read before he gets to play on the computer? And they have a strip diagram right there to kind of help you figure that one out. Okay, problem 15, we'll work together. Okay, it says use the distributive property to write the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle in an equivalent way. And this is what we did. We said that you could either multiply the length times 2 and the width times 2 and add that together, or you could just add the length and add the width and multiply by 2. And we did that on a few of the problems on the front. Problem 16. Okay, James wants to draw a rectangle with a perimeter of 42 units and a length of 13 units. What is the width? And you need to be able to explain that. Show it.